Hello, thanks for tuning in. Today we're going to have a very brief look into the sorts of things we can do with Visualforce. Don't worry, no coding experience is required for this video. We'll be making regular stops to discuss the steps we're taking and what they all mean. So what is Visualforce? Put simply, Visualforce is a tool we can use to build powerful custom interfaces for our orgs in Salesforce, or even do things like add videos onto our Lightning pages. This would be great for you if you've recently implemented Lightning and would like to embed training videos directly into your system. Today, we'll be looking at how to embed videos, but we'll be touching on the user interface in a later episode. If you'd like to follow along with today's video, there are a few things you want to do first. If you don't have one, you should sign up for a developer org. If you'd like to learn more about developer orgs, or where you can sign up for them, we've made a video about developer orgs which you can find either on our tutorials page on our website, or in the video description if you're viewing this on our YouTube channel. We have a little bit more groundwork to do before we can start building anything. Navigate firstly to your user record in Setup. Go ahead and click on Edit next to your name on this list of user records. From here, we want to go ahead and find the Development Mode checkbox on the right-hand side of the screen. Checking this box tells Salesforce that you're ready to gain access to specific Visualforce development tools, which we'll take a look at shortly. Once you've gone ahead and clicked that checkbox, scroll up to the top of the screen and click Save. With all that done, we've finished the legwork we need to do in order to start building out our Visualforce page. Now that we're all set up, let's talk about how we're going to create our page. Navigate to Setup and search for Visualforce in the search bar. Go ahead and select Visualforce Pages. And once you're in here, go ahead and click on New. The next thing we want to do is give our Visualforce page a name and also a label. Just like elsewhere in Salesforce, we have a label and a name. The name is what is used in the back end of Salesforce and it can't have any spaces, so I'm going to quickly replace the spaces with underscores. Next, click on Available for Lightning Experience, Lightning Communities, and the mobile app. And once you've done that, click on Quick Save. So what have we done so far? We've created ourselves a Visualforce page. Currently, it's a bit like a blank canvas, and there's nothing really going on there. We'll be editing it shortly. So in order to start with the editing process, we're going to navigate across and click on Preview. What this does is it opens up a page with our Visualforce page loaded into it. You'll notice that there's text in the upper left-hand corner of the screen. So when I click on the bottom right-hand corner of the screen to view the editor, you'll see why. If you look at the top of the screen, you might recognize that the text there is contained in the block of code at the bottom of the screen. I did say at the beginning of this video that no knowledge of code was required to follow along, so don't worry, we're going to talk through what all of this means right now. This is something called a tag. This particular one allows you to say that the text that's about to follow will be written in bold. To demonstrate this, I'm going to write some text and then close off the tag, like so. Next, I'm going to click Save. Let's see what happens when I do. A few things happened here. First of all, you'll notice that the text I wrote in is now bold, and that the view above our editor has updated to show our changes when we hit save, which is really useful. This here is our way of telling the page that we've finished rendering text as bold. And believe it or not, we're almost done building our page. If all we want to do is embed a video in Salesforce, we need to find what's called an embed code. If you'd like to learn a little bit more about writing out a page in Visualforce and using more tags to achieve it, don't worry. While we may not be touching on that so much today, we will certainly be looking at that in a future video, so watch this space. To find our embed code, I'm going to navigate to YouTube, right-click on the video that I want to embed in my org, and click on Copy Embed Code. With that done, you can head back to your Visualforce page. Next, go ahead and paste in your embed code from YouTube into the editor on your page. This code is basically creating a little box for the YouTube link to sit in and to show your video. This means you don't have to host the video locally. It's all supported by YouTube. When you click Save, you'll notice that we have a couple of errors. To fix these, scroll to the right until you can see Allow Full Screen. All you have to do is change this to say Allow Full Screen equals, and then in quotation marks, true. The reason we have to do this is that without that equals true part, Visualforce isn't sure how to read Allow Full Screen, so instead of trying to do anything, it throws an error instead. Click Save and you should be able to see the video pop up. If you're following along and you're having issues, feel free to use the code I've put into the video description instead. Click Save one last time and then go back to your dev org. If all is well, we can move straight to our record page. I want to help train my new Lightning users on how to use the Kanban view, so I'm going to edit the opportunity page, which is where they're going to use it. Here's an easy way to edit the Lightning page of the record you're looking at. Just go ahead and click on the cog in the top right hand side of the screen and select Edit Page. All I need to do now is find the Visualforce component on the list on the left hand side of the screen. Mine's at the bottom of my list, although yours might look slightly different depending on where you're doing this. Once I've dropped it down onto the page, you'll see the video pop up. But first, we have to make sure that the height is correct so that our YouTube video fits, so I'm going to bump that up a little bit. Once I'm done, I need to save and make sure that my page is activated. While I'm not being prompted to activate, your experience might be different and Salesforce might prompt you to manually activate the page. If so, just follow the prompts it provides you with. With my component placed and I'm happy with the height, I'm going to go and have a look at the record page just to make sure that everything's there. If you don't immediately see the video, that's fine. Just refresh the page and you should see it immediately afterwards. And that's all you really need to do. I hope you enjoyed the video today. We've scratched the surface of what's possible with Visualforce, but there's far more available outside of just putting videos in your org. Think of custom page layouts with more than 2 columns, fully custom designs, and far more. The possibilities are endless.